JD's and Littleman, it is finally happening. Visa, Mastercard, and PayPal have decided to pull support for Steam. That's right. No more swiping your credit card for Gooner games, anime visual novels, indie games, or Skyrim for the 15th time, because Todd Howard won't leave us alone. The era of censorship has started, and it is starting with your Steam library. But don't worry, for those of you that still play Roblox because you're 10 years old, or you're 50 years old trying to have chats with a certain age group, Roblox is still good to go. Roblox, the same company that has been making headlines for years, harboring full-on predators and shady gambling scams targeted for kids. Of course, we have to make sure that Roblox, the pedophile company, has VIP treatment. Corporate logic, baby. Let's go. Now, for those of you who don't live on the internet 24/7 and somehow have no idea what Steam is, unfortunately, I believe you haven't touched the internet properly, but Steam is basically the backbone of PC gaming. It is like the Amazon or the Walmart or whatever the fuck store of digital games. And by cutting it off from Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal doesn't just hurt the parent company Valve, it specifically hurts indie developers that rely on Steam to survive. It also hurts you, the consumer. Surprise, surprise. Because when you shut down the oxygen supply to indie devs, you're not only stopping video games, you're just crippling the entire industry's ecosystem. Gaming as a whole will not be the same. It doesn't matter how you try and look at it or rephrase what is happening, but hey, at least all those 12-year-olds and 50-year-olds can still spend $500 worth of Robux either on their mom's credit card or their significant other's credit cards, so they can flex like that, what was it called, the headless head thing, because that is the most sensible thing to do. And this is where it gets really bizarre, because if you ask Visa or MasterCard why they're pulling out of Steam, they'll hit you with that fucking like, we're doing it for child safety and responsibility, which is ironic considering that Roblox is literally the ground zero for predatory behavior right now. It's like banning water for being too wet, but greenlighting gasoline because hey, it's more profitable. And the worst part is, to put the cherry on top of the cake for Roblox here, they decide to ban Schlep, the guy that is actively going out trying to find all these pedophiles on this platform and getting them removed from it one way or another, either through jail or through spam reporting. And apparently, Roblox's defense to banning him was that he was doing vigilantism, and that he was essentially baiting these pedophiles into being pedophiles, which I don't really understand the logic behind that, because if they're a pedophile, they're a pedophile. If they're not a pedophile, they won't be a pedophile. I feel like that's pretty simple. If you take the definition of vigilantism, it is law enforcement undertaken without legal authority by a self-appointed group of people, which if you knew who Schlep was and watched some of his videos every now and then, you'd know that he was constantly in talk with police about this. So technically, he was never doing anything on his own. He was reporting it to the legal authorities, which completely contradicts what Roblox is trying to claim against Schlep. Like, you just gotta imagine the boardroom conversation for this entire decision. It's like some random guy in a suit stands up from his comfy leather chair and goes, Steam, the most dangerous platform. We gotta make sure we get rid of this. We gotta stop helping these out. Full of adults spending their own hard-earned money? Nonsense. We can't have this happen. We cannot under any circumstance have that, ever. But Roblox? Come on guys, hold on, slow your horses. Roblox is perfectly fine. We only have a couple 100,000 grown men catfishing 12-year-olds. Oh, and not to mention the fact that these 12-year-olds are also spending money that is, you know, owned by their parents. You know, the money that's made to pay the bills and pay for food. Let's greenlight this shit, guys. Hell yeah, open the floodgate. Fucking clown. What a clown world we live in. I don't know what the fuck happened from 2019 to now, but things are so atrociously horrible now that it is laughable. I don't even know how to begin talking about how we fucking evolved to this stage. You know, this honestly does remind me of those old moral panics that all your parents used to have when they were convinced that video games would turn you into a serial killer. Except now it's reverse. Actual dangerous behavior is rewarded while legitimate platforms are being punished. It's like if Netflix got banned but YouTube Kids with all its weird algorithmic garbage got a free pass. It's total nonsense. Total fucking buffoonery on behalf of the corporate world. And I guarantee you not a single one of those executives have ever touched a video game in their life. These are the same people who think Minecraft is a dating app and believe Roblox is a children's charity. They're making decisions with the mental horsepower of a toaster. And it is ridiculous. It is genuinely ridiculous. And speaking of Minecraft being believed as a dating app, Roblox is allegedly, I'm not too certain on this, I've only read this a couple times, but allegedly they're planning to add a dating feature to Roblox. So it just reinforces this bullshit even more because you can't fucking avoid it at this point. Now the part that truly scares me, the very tippy top of this iceberg, is what this could mean long term. Because if Steam can get cut off, what is stopping these companies realistically from pulling the plug on anything they don't like? Today it's Steam, tomorrow it's Epic, the next week it's Patreon or whatever the fuck. Once payment processors start acting like morality police, you've basically given them more power than government. Because now you no longer own the money that you have at all. Like bro, imagine if Mastercard decides tomorrow that buying video games is problematic and we're all speedrunning a return to the Stone Age, back to trading rocks and sticks for access codes. Now before all of you go into my comments saying, Yin, you're forgetting this huge part of the drama, don't worry, I'm addressing it now. And the main reason why Mastercard and Visa and PayPal are trying to cut back on this payment processing for Steam and itch is because of a feminist group called Collective Shout, which pressured the payment processors to stop processing payments for adult games, or Gooner games, specifically those sold on platforms like Steam and itch, which led to the removal of numerous adult games from the marketplaces. Now I will say this, a couple of the Gooner games that they did take down made sense. Some of them were actually disturbing in what they had for content. Some of them I have titles that I'm not even allowed to say on YouTube. But don't forget that this group also tried taking down Grand Theft Auto 5 in Australia. They made a campaign called Take GTA 5 Off the Shelves, and it racked up around 40,000 or more signatures. And they claimed that Grand Theft Auto 5 allowed players to stimulate sexual violence against women, especially the missions where players can interact with sex workers. Argued it normalizes misogyny, violence, and exploitation, and Collective Shout positioned GTA 5 as part of a grape culture problem. And the worst part is, the entire motto, I guess you could say, for this is to quote-unquote protect the children. But again, like I said earlier in the video, despite their entire motto being to protect the children, Roblox exists with multiple pedophiles every single day with online gambling, and they haven't said jack fuck, because they all think that Roblox is this innocent video game that children can go to for a fun time. And it is ridiculous. No one actually does any research into anything for video games, and it shows. It really does show. If people really wanted to do this whole protect the children thing, the first step would be definitely trying to make sure that the parents are educated on what is going on the internet, because so many parents out there are so blatantly uneducated on what is actually happening on the internet and what should be going on with their child. Like, I'll go onto the internet every single day, I'll watch a few videos, and I'll just see parents constantly either indoctrinating their child or just paying absolutely no attention to their child. Just giving them the phone and saying, hey, go fuck off for 30 hours so me and your dad can fuck like rabbits. And it is truly disgusting how the protect the children thing is literally just ban this game, ban that game, ban this game. And again, like I said earlier, some games do deserve to get taken down. Some of them were absolutely disturbing. I did look into some of them, and I can't even show them on the video because that's how fucked up they are. But at the same time, what is the major difference between that type of adult game and like Baldur's Gate? What is the true line that marks where the difference is between those two types of adult game? Because soon enough, there's not going to be a line. Everything's going to be considered an adult game to this group. And anything that is rated 18 plus or has any visualization of nudity or anything else that is at all about women in a negative light will just end up fucking in the dumpster. Like, think of Cyberpunk, for example. There's so much nudity in that. There's so much violence. What is the true definition or the true clear line between some of these Gooner games and some of these actually good games that just have nude content or gore content? What is the true visualization difference? Because if you look at just bare bones what those games are visually, they both show boobs, they both show pussy. I don't see what the difference could be other than actual story. But anyways, for the overall review or recap, for those of you who are lazy and skip to the very end of the video, Valve gets punished for existing, Roblox gets awarded for hosting predators, and Visa, Mastercard, and PayPal have crowned themselves the moral guardians of the internet. The era of censorship has started and is being not enforced by law, not by politicians, but by the guys who handle your money. And if that doesn't scare you even a little bit, then you're not paying attention. But hey, don't worry, at least you can still buy a Roblox shirt for your blocky little avatar. Society is saved. But anyways, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. It does help me a lot. And I hope you all have an amazing day. Yeah, that's all from me. See ya.
Smash up, pass up, natural disaster. Mama say I'm crazy, tried to take me to the pastor. That shit do not matter, cause my pocket's fatter. Out of space, I'm off the drugs, feel my face on sad.